What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. So, I don't expect this to be a very long video. I also do not expect my personal opinion to be one that a lot of people share. And in fact, I'd be willing to say that a lot of people are probably going to disagree with this opinion, which is totally fine. And I've always been the kind of YouTuber who doesn't really care if other people don't appreciate my opinion. Now, with that being said, before we get into this, I do want to first throw out there that I don't necessarily think that microtransactions is something that is necessarily good for the gaming industry as a whole. And I also do disagree with some of the things that they do. Personally, I feel like they're charging way too much fucking money for some of these microtransactions. I mean, $25 for a skin, guys. $10 for the color blue. Like that is bullshit, and I completely agree with that. So with that being said, I do actually feel, though, like a lot of the community has really not considered why this is necessary for the industry as a whole. And so I want to get into that. In 1995, a game was around $60. Now, a game is around $60. Like, the price really hasn't changed very much. Some games now are $70, which I think is fair, because it costs way more money now for them to make these games and to develop these games. The simple fact that they've kept it at 60 for so long, simply that proves right there that they don't, they're not really assholes. I mean, yeah, some of them are, like EA, and we'll get into that, but they kind of deserve that money. I mean, a movie back then was actually way less than it is now. Going to the movie theaters now, I mean, it's like $20 fucking to get in, at least in California. And I know a lot of people aren't going to the movies right now, but still. So when I see these people like freaking out about them raising the price to $70 for a game, I don't see it, guys. I really don't. They kind of deserve it. I mean, what, do you just not have a job or something? Is that what's going on? Like, come on, dude. It's really not that expensive. You got these people out there, those same people are spending like $1,000 for a new cell phone every single year, and they don't want to give gaming companies an extra $10. Come on. Now again, like I was saying earlier, though, I do feel like, well, number one, loot boxes is bullshit. It really is. You should not have to gamble to try to get what you want. Now, what they need to do is they need to make it to where, like, okay, look, no more loot boxes. If you want to buy this specific skin or whatever, then go ahead and buy it. We'll charge you a certain price so you don't have to go through all the fucking microtransactions in the loot boxes. And like, especially with Apex Legends, for example, you can only get an heirloom after 500 Apex packs that you've opened, which is bullshit. That's like $500 for a fucking heirloom. I mean, the thing should only really cost like $2-3 max. And I would personally argue that a lot of these cosmetics should never be more than $1. Now, if they were doing that, I would really definitely 100% side with the companies. But as we all know, they're not really doing that. What they're doing is they're charging people like $25 fucking dollars for one skin. And if they were going to charge separately for the heirlooms in Apex Legends, it would probably be above $25, which is ridiculous. That's literally almost half the price of the entire game if it was not a free-to-play game. But the simple fact that they make it free-to-play, I feel they do deserve some money, simply because they did that. But they should not be charging that much money for one fucking cosmetic. It's pretty stupid. But at the same time, I do kind of feel for them because, you hear these people on the internet all the time being like, hey, game developers are not treated very well. We have all this crunch time work going on, and people are complaining about the work conditions, which they're probably right. But why do you think they do that? Why do you think they have to do that? Part of the reason why they have to do that is because they're not making much money, right? They need to make more money, so they're trying to force all these products out of the door. So if we could just allow them to maybe make it $70 to $80 for a game, they wouldn't have to do as much. But unfortunately, with the way corporate America works, I think we all know that even if that was true, then they would still probably be charging us all this money for the microtransactions. And it's just kind of created this environment of a perpetual loop. And it just sucks. But at the same time, The whole reason I made this video is because I do, in a way, side with the developers. Not corporate, but the actual developers. Because you have some of these indie games that are out there that deserve way more money. You know, these indie developers, they deserve way more money. And they simply can't get it because they're indie developers. But, but if we would just give them more money, right? If we maybe pay $20 for a game, that's only $5. Then they can make more money. They can have a better life. But instead, we all want to bitch about this shit. Again, I don't understand. Now, yes, like I've been saying, this is the third time I've said this, yeah, they definitely should make things less expensive, but at the same time, they kind of deserve that money. They work hard for that. They spent all this time making these things. They definitely deserve to get some of that money. That's it. That's all I really have. Fuck it. This video's over. I'm sure people will bitch in the comments, like, oh, we shouldn't spend more than $70 or more than $60 for a game. Like, dude, for real, have you ever heard of inflation? Of course things are going to go up in price. Like, that's just life. And if we want to help these developers, then we need to let them do shit like this. Now, again, on the other hand, you guys need to stop charging so much fucking money for your transactions. If something is on the disc already when you buy the game, that should not be a microtransaction. I mean, I understand if you have to put in extra time, right, to develop it, then yeah, okay, that's fine. But don't charge us for something that's on the game. That, again, that is kind of bullshit. So that's the reason I named this like a partial defense of microtransactions and not a full defense of microtransactions, because I see both sides to this. I really do. And I really hope that maybe they, can find some kind of middle ground and we can actually have a better experience with these companies by them not charging so much money. But at the same time, like, I feel like we as gamers as a whole kind of need to back up a little bit and look at the situation that's going on and why they're having to do this shit. Because there is a legitimate reason why they're doing this shit. Yeah, I guess that's all. Fuck it. I just wanted to give my opinion on that. So, thank you guys for the time, and have a great day.